Here's our pal Scooter. He is the main tortoise that I will be putting into brumation this year. I've been doing a loose following of a 4-week wind down featuring the Tortoise Protection Group. I've just kind of followed along with that. I winded down UVB outside. I found that in the last few weeks outside they were being lethargic because they weren't getting enough UVB during the day. So upon bringing them in, I've lowered UVB, I've lowered temperatures, I only fed dried feed, and then the last month I've totally minimized food, offered less heat. I've winded things down and offered more soaks, but honestly this month has been horrible for him. I tried a couple weeks with him in with the females during the beginning phase process, and in a crowded environment, a mature male is just something I would not keep in with the females. Like if you have multiple setups or something in one male, like in 5 females or something like that indoors, maybe you could make that work, but they either need their own setup or they need to go into brumation. Outdoors he's fine, there's enough space, there's enough hiding spots that the females kind of hide from him, the 2 that I had with him all summer, and it worked really well. I was super happy with how that went because he didn't pester an individual too bad. But indoors here, just the one was honestly suffering, so I had to put a divider in with these hatchlings because I expected to have a hatchling set up, but this is by no means enough room for him. It was just for a temporary couple weeks, and to be honest with you, he's hated every second of it. It's I'm not going to say suffering because it's still twice the size environment. It's 3 by 3, twice the size environment of what he came out of. But by no means is this what I would call proper space. This was I call this tortoise prison. This was the 1 month wind down. So I'm hoping I don't get too much flack from my viewers because I'm such a supporter of space. It's just that I plan on having him in my 3rd bookcase alone, but I ended up finding a pair of tortoises that I couldn't say no to. I put them in the bookcase as a quarantine setup, we'll say, and so he got the brunt, Scooter got the brunt, but I always remind myself that I always provide better than where they came from. Like Scooter came from an 18 by 36 Viv, so this is twice the size and 100 times the airflow that he came from, and he's put on some healthy weight. His shell has smoothed. He got to spend the summer outdoors. So from here, the reason I didn't put him into brumation right away is because I was hoping that I would have another month outdoors, but winter sprung up on me faster than kind of what I thought, and we got legitimate snow and frost, boom, 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 and not just a few frosty nights like the last few years. So with him, I've wound down his UVB, I wound down his heat, I've wound down his food, I've offered soaks, and the main reason we offer soaks is to empty out his top, his upper stomach, his gastrointestinal tract. We want that emptied out from the top end. It's not a huge deal at the bottom end because it would be poop, but we don't want food decomposing in his upper stomach because you're welcoming sepsis and infection, and that is a huge source of a lot of these tortoises dying. Hermann tortoises, I believe, are not brumating or not hibernating species of tortoises. I've had a few friends that have pointed me in this direction, and that's what I believe going into these processes. I believe you should form your own opinion, and as well as read about your species of tortoise. If you have a Horsfield, if you have a Greek tortoise, if you have a Moroccan tortoise, those are all different tortoises that I would treat this process as extremely differently. I believe it to be important, and that's why I'm following through with my male. In following years, I will be doing my adult females and then pursuing even into my juveniles. I would like to do a few weeks. So I think this year I'm going to be doing I'm going to attempt for the 4 to 6 week area in my garage. And that's the problem with my garage got even so cold that I wasn't even prepared to turn my heat on inside there yet. And all my timing and everything got pretty hooped due to the fast winter approaching us. And I'm sure most of Canadians can attain to that. Fall is very short here. And so unfortunately this year I apologize because Dash suffered for a few weeks indoors here in this crowded little setup, and he's hated me, and can honestly say I've hated myself for it because I I don't want to keep my tortoises in crowded environments. I'm a huge supporter of space. If you've seen me on the Book of Faces on YouTube, you know I'm screaming space. Tortoises deserve space. So I can say that we'll call this the 1 month construction phase. Next year, I hope to have all my females in a couple different bookcases, and he can either transfer between the two for that wind down phase, or that I can go straight from outdoors into my heated garage, or I should say temperature controlled garage. So from here I have a 3 by 2 foot, I call that my overwintering box for just him this year. I'm gonna have water in there in case he wants a drink. I'm gonna have soil in there, but he's gonna be going in there for about a few days at like 12 Celsius. That it really winds him down, and then I'll be keeping it at like between like 5 and 7 Celsius, like never colder really than 5, but never hotter than 10, because he'll be sharing the space with my dog. So I'll be, I think, putting in a heated dog mat or something like that for the dog, to increase her temperature, because I feel like she'll be a little bit cold at 10, 12. So we'll see how things go as we enter in. I'm hoping for somewhere around maybe like New Year's or early part of January to waking up these tortoises, or this tortoise. I was hoping to have another male that would be doing this, but he has a few too many issues for me to consider it, and I also have him free home if you are interested. So this is your pal Hobson Scotch with Natural Tortoise Keepers Canada signing off. Please do me a favor and subscribe, or join the Facebook group. This is What a Good Day signing off. Bye now.